Greetings streamers, today we're going to show you how to unblock your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick by creating a US Amazon account. But before, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications, and give us a like if you do enjoy this video. So you click on the little icon that has the flag, and then you choose from all the countries the one that you need the most. In this case, since we want to unblock our Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick, we're going to use the United States account because it's the easiest way to get access to all of the content available for your Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. So what you need to check out is that depending on the Fire Stick or Fire TV, you will notice that the App Store does changes from region to region. So right now we are looking at Amazon from the US, and if we go to the App Store, you will find that there's a lot of available apps to download, even the downloader, which is useful for installing third-party apps, as well as many other popular apps that you will not usually find on the local or regional Amazon accounts. So you can create an Amazon US account free of charge, and it's completely legal. There's no issues at all. You only need to have a valid US address and also an email that has not been used previously for creating an Amazon account. So we're going to create an account, and we will type in whatever name we want, just as an example. We already have a US account from Amazon, even though we're in Panama. So let's type Streaming Army, and then we will hide and blur the details for the email, so in order to keep our privacy. So again, we do apologize for that. Once you fill in the blanks, you hit the Create Your Amazon Account. Remember that you need a email account that has not been used before on Amazon. So if you do have an email, like in our case that we used before, we need to use a new email. And take into account that this email is going to be used for creating a valid US Amazon account that you will only use once for setting up and configuring your Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick devices, so you get access to all the functionalities and apps available at the US App Store, which allows you to get the most out of the Amazon Fire devices. Remember that many of the content is actually geo-blocked, so if you do set up your Amazon Fire Stick or Fire TV with a regional account from Latin America or other country, your functionalities might be limited. It's not the case with a US Amazon account. So we will proceed and complete the steps on the screen. And once you have your account set up, you just follow in the steps that are on your Fire Stick and Fire devices for the first time when you connect them. You only need to associate them to your Amazon US account, and that's it. It will continue with the steps on screen. We're not going to show them in this video because it's too long and we don't want to make it as complicated. So what we do now is we just go and create a mobile number. Since we're in Panama, there's no point in using a US phone number. So what we will do is we're going to use a Panama phone number, a mobile phone, very important. And we're going to send the OTP or one-time password to our smartphone. It doesn't have to be a US phone. You can actually use one from your country. As you can see, you can choose whatever the phone numbers are listed here, and we're going to choose Panama because we're in Panama. And we're going to type in our phone number. And when we hit add mobile number, we're going to get the text message with the code that we're going to insert on this screen. And when we do so, our Amazon account will be set up. So once we do it, we hit the OK button, and that should be all. Let's wait a few seconds, and there you go. We now have a valid Amazon account, and you can notice that it's telling us in the right corner or the left corner to deliver to Panama, but that's not the case. We do have a US account because of the flag that you can see right here, but we need to go to an account, and actually we need to set up a valid US address in order to verify the account. So that's very important. And the US address is a very simple step. It's not complicated at all. So you go down here where it says ordering and shopping preferences, and you hit your addresses, and we're going to insert an address. Now remember that you're going to use this account only for your Fire Stick. Do not make any purchases because otherwise it will be delivered to the US instead of your country. So here in the address, you start to typing a number, which is usually the street number or the location number, and you will see that there's a autofill option that will actually choose the direction that fits the most. In our case, we're using the 1670, which is the courier address of our service in Miami, and it immediately recognizes it. So we just hit make default and we add this address, and there you go. We have associated or Amazon US account with a valid US address. You need to do this when you're creating an account. You can type in any address. You have a family or a friend, it will work the same, no issues whatsoever. But remember that if you make any purchases in this account, it will be delivered to that address. You also need to set up a payment method, and it's for adding apps or installing certain devices or certain streaming apps, in your Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Remember that you can use your credit card, your local credit card, without any issues. The only thing is that make sure that you do not subscribe to any services whatsoever, because they will not be authorized because of regional restrictions. Now, this is how the screen looks like on your Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick when you have set it up with a US account. You will notice that you have live events. That is not the case when you have a regional account, and you can also find some other content that is usually not available. You need the VPN in order to access most of the content on these streaming devices, because since they are set up as they were in the US, if you do not have a VPN, whenever you try to access the content, it will not show. So let's go to the settings and show you my Fire TV. And you can still enable third-party apps. So you can still add apps from other areas outside the App Store. And you still have access to the entire Amazon App Store, which is a good thing. We're going to preferences, and we're going to show you that indeed we have the zip code from Florida, which is the one that we are using for our US Amazon account. And this just makes it way more easier to install many apps in your Fire Sticks and get the most out of it. So you're sort of unblocking it, because you're actually getting access to more content that will otherwise be restricted depending on the area or region in which you're living. Now you will notice that it's tailored for US Amazon accounts, that's why you will find Prime member deals, and maybe you will find also some rent or buy movies. However, there's also free content, but if you try to rent or buy a movie from the US and it recognizes your credit card, it will not allow you to proceed with the purchase because it's restricted for the US, despite using the VPN. The VPN is only for accessing the apps or the content that it's free and it's restricted to the US. You will find that we have made a lot of videos about using the VPN to getting more access to content such as HBO Max and Netflix and so on, and it does work here as well, but for purposes of creating the account, you do not need the VPN. The VPN is for getting access to most of the content already available on your Fire Stick or Fire TV. So there's a lot to see and to add as well, which is not the same when you're using a regional account, for instance, like from Mexico or maybe Latin America or from Europe. Again, we hope you enjoyed this video. Let's go a little bit more to show you the apps. Also, the Prime Video, this is something very important because you already have the Amazon Fire Stick pre-configured to work with Prime Video services. What it will do is that it is going to show you most of the content from Prime Video from the US. So if you do have Prime Video from other countries like Mexico or Latin America, you will need to install a second Prime Video app so that you can get access to that content, because if you try to log on to these Prime Video services with your regional account, it will not allow you to do so because it is configured right now as if your service was from the Amazon Prime Video from the US. So it's not compatible. So you need to install a Prime Video app separately. So we hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, give us a like, and have a great and happy week. Goodbye.